Hello everyone, Vic here from Forever Scrapping, and today I'm sharing with you a process video that I have done for Lottie Loves Paper. I'll be using my new design team kit from Sarah at Lottie Loves Paper, and this time I'm getting to work with the really beautiful The Avenue collection, designed by Jen Hadfield and from Pebbles. So I've got this beautiful photograph of my eldest from a couple of months ago. She decided that she would get dressed up in her dress that she wore to, I think it was for a cousin's christening. So yes, so she decided she'd get dressed up in it, and she could still fit in it, so she was delighted, and the colour just really suits her. I love that blue colour. But in the background in our garden, you can see on that photo there, I've got some roses which were like a corally pink colour, and this collection of paper has got quite a few sort of peachy corally tones in it, so I thought that would go perfectly with my photograph. Now this collection is ideal for people who like to fussy cut. There are loads of florals in it, and you would be more than content making your own embellishments and ephemera out of it all. And I love to fussy cut, so there is some fussy cutting in this layout. So I started first with building a background layer of paper, and just simply tore carefully along the edge to create sort of the shape that I was looking for. Now I quite like it when I tear my edge to still have some of that white back bit of the paper where it rips, but not quite so cleanly, because it gives you quite a bit of texture to your layout, and I love that. So I wanted, like I said, to pick up those coral tones of the roses in the background of my photograph. So I've used some gingham strips of paper and also some black and white, because the photograph itself is, you know, my daughter's got quite dark hair, so that matches the black bits. And then I flipped over, I think it was the corally pink gingham paper, I flipped that over and it had a darker floral pattern on it, so that went quite nicely just to break it up a bit more and add some more depth and interest. So as you can see, I've already fussy cut some of the floral paper in the collection, and just sort of deciding where I'm going to put those. And I also had this lovely heart in the ephemera kit, which I really adored and really wanted to put on my layout, but I couldn't quite make it work. It didn't look right to me, so I didn't end up using it, but it's definitely going on a layout at some point. I am going to be using it because I just think it's so pretty with that florally print in the middle. So I'm just having a look here and having a fiddle around, seeing if I can make it work. And the thing I like with fussy cut florals and bits like this is that you can build the layers up. You can pop them on top of one another. And because I've got those layered strips of paper, I can also tuck, like I am now, tuck little bits behind it so they look like they're coming out from behind the paper. And that gives you even more depth and dimension to your layouts. So I'm happy now. I've taken that heart away, as you can see, but I'm happy where those floral bits are that I've stuck down. And I've used some of the darker green animal print paper just to matte the back of my photo. Now on that sheet of paper, the branding strip was black with a white scallop on, and you can see me here just fussy cutting that out. I thought that was really pretty, and decided that I would pop that along the horizontal with my strips of paper. It worked really nicely and just gave a definite clear edge to that horizontal part of the paper. Now this collection's so pretty. I really like it. I think it's different from anything else that's out there at the moment. Like the blue tones in it and everything. They're just so pretty and work really nicely with those corally papers. So I was quite excited to get this collection to work with. And then my title, I wanted to do Blooming Beautiful, but I didn't have enough space to put it, so I ended up with it just being Bloom. And those thicker alphabet stickers are gorgeous. They're like black, and then they've got like a corally pink ditzy floral print all over them, and I just thought they were absolutely beautiful. Oh, so I've brought the heart back in again. I still really want to try and use that heart, really do, and I'm trying really hard to make it work on my layout, but it's just too big. It's just taking too much space on that layout and swamping my photograph, so it's gone back off again. Now I've used one of the pieces of the ephemera there. Pebbles always tend to have like people ephemera in, like the heads or people walking and doing fun things, and so I wanted to add that cute little girl. I thought she was really sweet, and with the dark hair as well, thought that would emulate my daughter. So she got tucked in behind the florals, and then I wanted to add the butterflies. Now I didn't know whether to keep them in a strip or to pull them apart, and for some reason in this collection a lot of the ephemera are all connected with perforated edges, and when I pulled them apart they had like square flat ends to them, and it really didn't look right. So I grabbed my scissors and fussy cut around them. There's nothing to say that you can't do this to make your borders thinner around the pieces of ephemera, so that's what I did. Just move my scissors, and around the shape, and if you move the paper as you're going, it really helps keep a smooth line. And then I've layered them up because they were black and gold in the collection, with the next size down, just so that it looks like there's a bit more movement going on my layout. And that, to me, that butterfly there looks much better than that heart piece that I had. It's not as overpowering because it's not as busy. I've already got a lot going on that with all the fussy cut florals, and I think the heart was just too fussy and too busy. So I fussy cut a few of the tiny little butterflies out that were on one of the sheets of paper. And then I just want to fill in this dead space that I've got to the right of my photograph a little bit. It's too empty, and I'm still not 100% sure at the end whether it needs more there or not, but I decided I would leave it where it is rather than keep working on it, because sometimes you can do too much. So I wanted to balance out the darkness of that title on the left. And at the moment on the right side of that photograph, I've popped a hello sticker, and I've got some flowers, but it's quite light. So I'm adding one of the tab stickers just behind my photo matting there to add a bit more to bring it out. And then I also decide that to cut apart one of the frame stickers in the collection, because I've got the sticker book and there's loads of really lovely frames in there, but I didn't want a whole frame, just to go around that little bit on the right hand side there to draw the black across the layout a bit more. It was too one-sided, it just needed balancing up a little bit there. So there we go. So I've just snipped the bottom part of the sticker off, and I'll use that on another layout. I think it said best day ever or something, so I can make that into a word sticker or something. So just sticking it down, and to me that looks a little bit more balanced. So I'm raising my photograph up on some sticky back foam, just some kids foam there, just to add a bit more dimension to my layout. And it's just a case now of sticking it all together, which was a little bit fiddly because I had all of those layers and those florals to try and stick down without moving around too much. So I won't show you me sticking everything down on the layout. You all know how to stick things down on layout, so you don't see all of that little bit there, but yeah, so I've just put my photo on my matting and now I'm just sticking that down. I'm happy with the placement of everything, and I think it just looks really, really pretty. So just adding a few more of the sticky tabs in, So I felt it just needed a little bit more. Like I said, I wasn't sure whether it was finished or not, but I think if I do any more, I'm probably not going to be as happy with the end result of this layout. So I decided that I would call it a day. So just a few little bits more to add in, and then I finished it off by just mixing some Distress ink and some Distress Oxide ink together with some water, watered down, to try and make it a bit more corally and colour match it with that corally gingham paper that I'd used on my horizontal strips, and just did a few splatters around the page. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this process video, and as I said, this collection's really pretty. It's perfect for those of you who like to fussy cut. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you again soon. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up or comment. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and enjoy. Bye.